Don't be a dick.
You mean it's not about my foreskin?
Welcome to Embers of Liberty.
Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America.
In the
These acts
councils
shatter
of government,
steel,
we must guard
but they
against
cannot dent
the
the steel.
acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Inherently and historically oppose the secret society.
We, as
secret oath,
Americans, have the capacity now, as we've had in
we
the
decided
past,
long ago
to do whatever
dangers
needs
of
to be done
excessive and unwarranted
to
concealment
preserve this last and
Certain facts
greatest bastion of
far
freedom.
outweigh the dangers
In this
which
present
are cited to
crisis,
justify it.
government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
Welcome back to Embers of Liberty, where we really despise people who post things about Foreskin Friday.
Oh, I just my
Welcome to my world. I've been doing that all night. So,
Did you have a good foreskin Friday?
yeah, dude, it was great. It's great.
Or lack thereof, depending on who you
Yeah,
are.
lack thereof.
I enjoyed not having my foreskin.
That guy is like relentless, dude. In the Alabama Libertarians page, he is absolutely relentless when it comes to talking about dicks. Like, that's what he wants to talk about. And I think that it is possibly an underlying issue for him.
I think he has circumcision regrets.
Yeah, I think he's very upset that his mommy and daddy had him circumcised. I mean, really,
Took off that valuable length.
that just a little tiny bit extra.
It's like what was that movie where he's like, it's like a torpedo.
Oh my God. So it is another wonderful week here at Embers of Liberty, where we strive to reignite your passion for freedom
And not foreskins.
and not foreskins. This is going to be a thing all night, I can tell.
That's the hot button phrase for the night. Foreskins.
Drinking game, take a shot every time we say foreskin tonight.
Oh no! Don't do it. Don't pick up.
You
that.
will die.
You will not want to drive afterwards.
So, Joe,
Justin.
still suffering from the laryngitis, I see. But other than that, how was your week?
It was aight.
Was I
Aight.
care
I
to
kind of sound
elaborate?
like I've been smoking like a pack of Pall Malls every day.
You
but-
ain't back in them Pall Mall.
Yeah, bye.
Reds. Rotad. So, I assume that your week was
And
so-so.
yeah.
Okay. No Cody, again, because he's a loser.
Because you left him in Huntsville.
Hey, listen, I told him ahead of time I would leave his ass in Huntsville, and I did.
And he has not even tried to call any of us.
No.
No, there's nothing. He was just like, well, it happened.
It happened.
I mean, here's the thing. Like,
Did you try calling him, Lonnie?
No.
no, Lonnie didn't even know
I was
what was
already here.
happening.
You were
Lonnie
supposed to
had-
pick him up.
Lonnie had no idea what was going. Okay, for one, he said that he needed to figure something else out because we would be waiting for a while. He had no idea what time he would be done. And I'm sorry, but I have to be here ahead of time to make sure that everything's going right.
Right.
So, sorry about your luck, Cody. We miss you. We wish you were here, but you're not.
I mean, he can technically still come, but
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for him to roll in, just like in the middle of the show, and be like,
I'm here, bitches. Anyway, so, but we do have Lonnie here.
yay.
So, the Kentucky Waterfall.
Moulay
3
lives on.
consecutive shows. I'm impressed.
by the way, after
After further review,
many peer-reviewed studies, we have decided that Lonnie cannot become fat because the Kentucky Waterfall absorbs all his calories.
okay, first off, that's not peer reviewed at all. That is your conspiracy bullshit.
That's Joe's thoughts on the matter.
That's Joe's conspiracy corner.
Do you
okay?
agree? Do you agree?
No.
Well, then,
I
'cause
think
it's not-
Lonnie just has a better metabolism than any of us.
It's all in the genes, baby.
It's that old smoky moonshine shirt that he's
you go.
got on.
Yeah.
There
That's
you
what's
go.
absorbing all the fat.
I'm on a strict liquid diet. That's the problem.
the strict liquid diet.
Correct. So, to that end, Lonnie, how was your week?
Well, I'm sick also. I have an upper respiratory infection, so, that kind of sucks.
I feel like I'm the only one that's not sick.
I mean, I can make you sick. Let me try some of that.
Let's not. I'm good. Thank you.
But other than that, no, working a little overtime this week, so
That's always good.
no money in the bank account needed in these times. But other than that, not too bad.
Not too
Nothing
shabby.
really crazy. What about you, Justin? How was your week?
My week was pretty good. I didn't work Monday. I had an eye doctor appointment, so I only worked 3 days this week. Got new contacts, so I can see great now. It's awesome. My nearsightedness actually got better, which is weird, but my astigmatism got worse. So
Mine has done that too.
yeah, but got new
I
contact
I
lenses.
saw you
Allergy
shot
season
under
is in,
par.
Allergy season is in full swing. I played disc golf yesterday. Shot 3 under par. Would have been 4 under par, but I had a couple of putts that smacked the cage.
Did your foreskin getting away?
Yeah, it sure did. My foreskin definitely got in the way of my putting stroke. So, damn it, man.
The wind caught it.
Yeah, just flop it around all willy nilly. No, so I had a par putt that I just early released it and it hit the cage, and I ended up with a bogey because of it. So I should have been 4 down. And then I had a couple of putts that just were a little bit high for my birdies and hit the top of the basket and just kind of fell down. So easy tap in pars, but for that course, that's pretty good for me. I think my best that I've ever shot there is like 6 down, but 3 down's good, so I'm not going to complain. But I think it's time to get into this week's Locked and Loaded. So, first off,
they say that you can get like an air can and blow up your foreskin.
why are you interrupting this for that? Why? Don't do that.
Well,
Don't do that shit, man.
Joe, try
It's
this.
not about your foreskin,
I was
Joe.
going to do it right before, but you went in fast.
Yeah, well,
Well,
these
it
things
was kind
happen.
of fitting. I mean, there was a cock there.
Ah!
All right.
All right, so first up, the 7 hours of missing Trump calls are a threat to democracy. except they're not. So on January 6th, there's about 7 hours of call logs that were missing. Except for they weren't missing. CNN says this is consistent with the normal patterns of Trump-era switchboard calls, and that Trump often used his personal cell phone from the Oval Office, and those calls would not route through the White House switchboard. Therefore, there's no 7 missing hours. It's all just a liberal ploy to fucking make something about Trump again.
You know, Obama had his own personal phone too, and they made a stink about that while he was in office too, because Obama loved his cell phone and his social media too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And they had to kind of like say, hey, like, you got to go through the right channels.
Yes. So that's the first topic. So, second up, the world is stuck between high gas prices and climate change. Or is it? Rising crude oil prices are Democrats' wet dream as they try to move to renewables and to combat climate change. The catch is that citizens are growing ever more concerned about how they're going to get to work with rising prices. And the Biden administration has decided to tap the strategic petroleum reserves again in an ill-advised move rather than greenlighting domestic production. Kamala Harris has another word salad episode alongside Prime Minister of Jamaica. Harris says, so to that end, we are announcing today that we will assist Jamaica in COVID recovery by assisting in terms of the recovery efforts in Jamaica that have been essential to, I believe, what is necessary to strengthen not only the issue of public health, but also the economy.
What you talking about, Willis?
Yet again,
Right.
I think we need a translator for this woman.
You know what that is, right? She's been hanging around Biden too much.
Now, the White House staff continues to walk back Biden's comments from the NATO summit. Biden infamously stated that we would respond in kind to a chemical weapons attack, which would suggest that we would respond with chemical weapons. And to end his remarks, he stated, for God's sake, this man cannot remain in power, implying a regime change policy. They're repeatedly saying that's not what that was. But we all know that anytime Biden goes off script, we end up with shit that he didn't mean to say being said. Things that obviously do not make us look very good. So, Monday, Ron DeSantis signed the Don't Say Gay bill. Except for it doesn't say to not say gay. It doesn't make saying gay illegal. Democrats continue to claim that this bill is anti-LGBTQ.
Do it.
But the bill's actually aimed at the prohibition of age-inappropriate grooming discussions of gender and sexual preferences. And that is this week's Locked and Loaded. So, with that, let's talk freedom things. Oh, man. So,
Cameraman's asking what equipment we're using to input those push-button sound bites. We are using the
Elgato Stream Deck app.
Elgato Stream Deck app on just a regular tablet, and it links in through the software on the PC
Yep.
via Bluetooth, I think, or something.
No, via Wi-Fi.
Via Wi-Fi.
Yep. It's all done through the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi. So, we have a lot of stuff that we could potentially talk about.
We probably won't.
We probably won't, but
You want to talk about foreskins?
no, I don't want
No.
to talk about foreskins. First off, I do want to talk about the fact that Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock on Sunday night. Now, we've had many a discussion about this, and that's not the issue. After last week's episode, last week we had a clip of Chris Rock saying, you know, the president's the boss. Right, like he's the boss of all of us.
Which makes Justin happy that he got slapped.
Which makes me extremely pleased that Will Smith slapped the shit out of him. Now, Will Smith's apologized. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Like, they're celebrities. And I don't really care. They have shitty political ideologies.
So
and they
welcome
have
to Joe's Conspiracy
shitty
Corner.
lifestyles.
He slapped Chris Rock because it's his way of symbolizing, hey, bro, she can be yours too if you want her.
First off,
Tupac done opened the door.
as I told you, you know, they have an open marriage. They're both allowed to do whatever they want. And they're not surprised when they sleep with somebody else. Like, that's something that they talk about. Right. Now, the issue that you're going back to is the issue with that rapper kid. Like, honestly, disgustingly young for her. Whatever.
Rapper kid.
Yeah, that
It was Tupac.
no,
No.
It's a different one.
It's a different one. There was the one of here recently.
Dude,
that
Tupac has been dead for like 30
Yeah,
years.
but she slept with Tupac.
Tupac died before I was alive.
before Will Smith and him and she were ever a thing.
Yeah.
Like they hadn't even met each other at that point. That's irrelevant.
No, I think they did. They dated. They broke up. She went and slept with Tupac, and then
No.
they got back together, something like that.
He's
They did
talking
not
about
even
the
know
guy
each
named
other at that
Augustus
point.
or something like that. August or something.
Either way,
Yeah, August is the one.
I
But
don't
they
like,
were
I don't
separated
like,
at
I
that
don't,
point.
I don't
so
like me some
like,
Jada, so
yeah, we all know that, but it's irrelevant. Like I just thought it was great that Chris Rock got the shit slapped out of him. That's the end of my involvement. I really don't care past that.
you know. But to be on the completely serious side of things, part of me has to wonder if it was staged.
It wasn't staged.
No, so I watched a video the other day where
You could see him visibly trembling. He was so mad.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. Will Smith, throughout his career, doesn't, for the most part, just willy nilly drop f-bombs,
No.
especially in that manner.
that's true
No.
too.
I mean, when he was a rapper, he didn't even cuss.
But
in
to
his
be
rap.
said it
fair,
in his
to be
song.
fair, in that,
I don't have to curse to keep it real.
in that, you know, that's a very classy, supposed to be classy event. Beat the shit out of him afterwards. Like, don't do it during the show.
I'm here for it.
I will say this.
Will Smith woke up Sunday and chose violence.
He did for sure, 100%. But it was really funny because like Chris Rock's brother even came out and told the media, he was like, "Man, our mama smacks harder than that."
So Cody just finished his last deal, like literally just now. So it's a good thing that I didn't try to wait on him because, well,
Me and Lonnie would be sitting here talking.
yeah, the
About
Kentucky
who knows
Waterfall
what.
would be sitting here. So anywho, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about really whatever we want to talk about. Because
Foreskin.
I don't want to talk about foreskins. Granted, I know it's in the title of the episode. Don't care. Don't want to talk about it.
It's just a
You know the
Trying to get Tom in here.
TikTok guys, the party shirt or whatever guys.
Yeah.
They actually tested it to see if you could blow up your foreskin.
Joe, please, for crying out loud.
Why, dude?
It's just funny, man.
Why you gotta be like this?
It's just funny.
Why?
It's just funny.
It's not funny. Anyway, I mean it's kind of funny, but
I mean, like they
tell
took some air.
You can't tell that. See, this is why you can't
so
tell.
anyway, now you brought up something this week that I did want to talk about, and that was the fact that the House passed a federal decriminalization of marijuana bill.
Yes. So in Alabama, by next year, we may be able to walk around with a piece in this pocket and a bag of weed in this pocket. Here's hoping.
I highly doubt it. It faces a really tough road in the Senate. The Senate is going to be where that bill goes to die.
I hope
Now,
not.
I think that they'll have enough to get it through. Cody says he'll be here.
It'll be here. Yeah, we're waiting, Cody. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna hold my breath.
I'm not either because I'll turn blue and die. That's a long time to hold your breath, man.
I believe in you, my beardless friend.
Never trust a guy that can't grow a beard.
I really am
Now-
hoping. I'm legitimately, like, for real, seriously hoping it passes.
Now, I for one think that it should pass. Libertarian stance is as long as it's not hurting anybody. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care what you do, as long as you're not hurting anybody.
I just want to grow some weed, bro. I just want to
That's
grow
awesome.
me some weed.
So here's my thought on the whole thing. I really don't care. Like,
Well, I knew we were going to go there.
yeah, I really don't care either way. Like, I honestly don't. Whatever you do in your spare time is your business.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, as long as it doesn't affect me.
Yeah, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, I don't care what you do.
Yeah, like, I mean, look, the amount of people that I know that smoke weed and the amount of people that you probably have no clue that actually smoke is
Yeah.
probably a lot greater than a lot of people
Yeah.
realize. But, for crying out loud, is this really what's important
No,
right
it's
now
not.
in this
It's-
current time?
It's not, but it's a step in a direction the majority of Americans want.
I mean, I think it's long overdue. I think it should have
For
been passed
sure.
a long time ago.
Well, I mean, there's no reason for marijuana to be a Schedule I drug.
Yeah.
Period.
No, and I
Like,
think a lot of
there is
people,
not a
and I
reason.
think back, when the war on drugs and all that stuff, when the penalty for that really got ramped up,
Yep.
a lot of people's lives did get ruined over marijuana. It's very
Yeah, because it's a Schedule 1 drug for absolutely zero reason.
right. Now, but right now, it's just poor timing. Poor
Yeah.
timing right now.
I agree. We've got much bigger fish to fry, like gas prices,
Possible nuclear war.
Russia, China.
And now even Japan is getting in on the action. I don't
Listen,
know if you-
Japan is an ally, so I'm
No,
not
no,
worried
no,
about
no,
Japan.
no. Japan's getting on the action against Russia.
Oh,
But
Did you hear about that?
no, I didn't.
Yeah. I'll look it up for you.
Yeah, link us, because I haven't heard any of this.
I'll just find it and read it.
yeah. So to add to that, they're predicting. Did you hear about the rise in food cost?
Yes.
They're predicting the average household's grocery bill will go up approximately $5,000 a year.
Yeah, that is a lot of money.
That's astronomical.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a
but
ton of money.
yeah.
The thing is I'm already noticing it. Like, I used to get eggs for,
Like cheap.
18 eggs was like $1.50.
Yeah.
Right?
That's an extra $416 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, 18 eggs cost me $2.34.
I got a dozen the other day for $2.34.
Yep.
I am so ready for my chickens to start laying eggs again.
Yep. Milk's the same way. Milk used to cost me like $2.13 a gallon, $3.20 a gallon, and I drink a lot of milk.
Yes, you do.
So, I mean, it's a huge problem. Cameraman, I have no idea what you want me to read,
That's also true.
like, at all.
So my mom's fiance just messaged me, and he's watching, and he said they also don't count the food price in the index to show the rate of inflation.
No, they don't.
So
Yeah, I mean, the consumer price index is, it misses some stuff that's pretty important. And like here in Alabama, it affects us a little bit more because we actually pay taxes on grocery items. In places like Indiana, where they don't have sales tax on grocery items, you're not quite as impacted.
yeah,
And honestly, I think that things that are essential to survival, like groceries, should not.
and it doesn't
Have a
help
sales
too that
tax.
they're like groceries is going up, and then obviously I think everybody knows fuel's going up, but Pelosi was quick to jump on saying absolutely not by turning the gas tax off to
Oh, yeah.
help alleviate the price.
Guys, y'all just need to buy an electric vehicle, and this will all be better.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, I can't afford $3.80 gas as it is, so a $60,000 Tesla makes perfect sense.
It does, Justin.
Look,
Quit being a bigot.
You know
all
what?
I'm saying
Fuck
is
you.
I have right now
Hey.
financially.
Fuck you.
Oh, eat a dick.
Thank you, Joe.
Right now, financially, I have a better chance of powering a fucking car like Benjamin Franklin, getting out there with a kite and a key, than going out and buying a fucking car.
Yep.
Okay, so Japan. Japan will once again describe Russia's decades-long hold over a string of disputed northern islands as an illegal occupation in an annual foreign policy report a draft showed Thursday, as bilateral ties sour following Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. So Japan is pissed at Russia now. It's kind of nice.
I mean, it is kind of nice, but also you would think that Japan would learn after having the sun unleashed on them twice by America.
Like Russia's just going to
To
be
shut
like,
your mouth.
like, how many times do we have to tell you, old man?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? It's rough. The times that we're coming up to, because it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. And you have the Fed with a rate hike coming. They're set to raise interest rates like 6 times in the next calendar year. So it's not good, like at all.
Well, they're even throwing around the R word.
Recession?
Yes.
Yeah. I think at this point it's kind of unavoidable.
I mean, honestly, to be completely honest, it would be more surprising if it didn't happen.
If it didn't,
Yeah.
I agree.
agreed.
I completely agree with that assessment. It would be far more surprising.
Chelsea, and I feel fine. She said it's the end of the world as we know it.
Oh, I know.
And I said, and I feel fine.
Don't encourage him.
I'm not encouraging
No, I'm
him.
talking about her.
Yeah, don't encourage Joe. He's already on a foreskin kick.
He's been trying to, like, doomsday out on me a lot here lately, and I've been having to,
What's
like,
that?
Joe, stop
Tom?
it.
Isn't that his name, Tom? Isn't that the guy that always brings up foreskins?
Yes.
It's not always about dicks, man.
You don't know his life.
Well, to him, it is always
When the
about
mushroom
dicks.
when the mushroom cometh, he's gonna be like, if y'all did that the right way, it wouldn't look like it was circumcised.
It would have been sheathed.
Oh my God.
It would have been sheathed.
Holy
You wouldn't have
shit.
seen that. It would have been
Holy
a
shit.
cylinder.
So, if you're watching this and you're enjoying what we're doing, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, leave us a comment.
At least
It'll
like
help
it
us with
because
the
we have to
algorithm.
deal with
Justice
Joe.
for circumcised nukes.
Maybe
God.
if we just nuke the circumcised penises, they would just go away. Bigly.
Please make it stop.
It's not always about foreskins, man. Anywho, I really dig the way that we're doing this now. Like hitting those 5, and then just bullshitting for the rest of the time.
But it's bullshitting around the topics.
It is, except for foreskins. That's not one of the topics.
Foreskins will never leave this table.
No, they won't.
They will always be here.
They will.
It's just something we gotta do with.
Too many dicks on the dance floor, man. If you haven't seen that episode, you should go back and watch it because honestly, crazy times. That was. Anywho, so I do want to talk about the fact that AOC seems to think that it's a young people's problem that Joe Biden's approval ratings are so bad.
No, newsflash, bitch. It's because he sucks.
Yeah, that would actually be because he sucks. Lonnie, I sent that over to the Discord. Why don't you go ahead and pull that up for us?
Yep.
Because this is just pure gold. But anyway, go for it.
The 2022 midterm election is approaching, and many polls indicate Democrats are in trouble. Now, even the liberal media is saying this could be a bloodbath for the Dems if Biden administration doesn't start making some serious changes.
It looks like it's going to be a bloodbath for the Democrats if they don't turn things around.
If you have 71%, look, 65% wrong track is a bad number. 71%, that's why it is in the shellacking category.
You know,
In
John,
the
I'm going to start with
shellacking
you because that little
category.
clip they left out the part of The View, Sonny, who thinks the world revolves around her, see what I did there, went on to say that the best way to fix these problems, thank you, Lisa, the best way to fix these problems is by Biden to do what? Executive orders. Your thoughts?
No, that's not how democracy works. This is from the crew of people on the left that constantly
it is
tell
Fox
us how
News.
democracy is in trouble. Okay, if democracy is in trouble, then why do you consistently push forward, executive action is just the way to solve all problems? No, it's not. Executive actions do not involve Congress. Congress is part of our democracy. You need to realize that when you make a statement like that, Sonny, you're saying that democracy doesn't count and that we should live in a dictatorship. And she doesn't realize that. She also went on to say in that little soliloquy that she made that AOC's right. They need to cater to the far left if they want to win the midterms. Said nobody else ever, aside from that 10% of 10% of 10% that you mentioned on Twitter.
Yeah, but Sonny's so bright, though. How could she have got that wrong? Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop. All right. Whew. Laura, I'm just going to play this. Alexandria, go ahead. The AOC dropping knowledge. And what your response at the
This is...
Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, Representative D. Twitch.
Go ahead.
end of it.
Folks may think that that these are kind of independent or swing voters that are contributing to his polling and whatnot. It's actually young people who have not really been served. Their priorities were in BBB, which Senator Manchin has essentially stalled, and
You mean
student loan debt and significant forgiveness
You
of
took a
student loan
loan.
debt is what the president
Pay
can
it
do to
back.
serve them.
So play to the young people who don't want to pay their loans. That's where we're at.
Right. Well, of course. I mean, this is how they think they're going to get votes now. They've tried everything else and nothing has worked. But I'm just going to say to Joe Biden, yes, please take advice from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Please listen to her as we head towards the midterms and really focus in on the very far left fringe stuff that she wants you to do. Because you know what, Tyrus? Nobody wants any of it. You know, you look at things that people like AOC and her squad have advocated for, like defund the police. And in recent polling, people said that they were the least likely folks that they would vote for. Anyone that wants to defund the police. Guess who is most likely that they're going to vote for? People who want to fund the police. It's sort of astonishing, though, to see that as this ship isn't just sinking for the Democrats, it's also like on fire. They haven't course corrected. They are still coming out with people like AOC trying to give this nonsensical advice that is bad for America, that is going to get us into a bigger issue and is going to make life even worse for the American people. But I guess at this point, I'm just getting my popcorn and sitting back. I'm ready for the midterms in November.
Yeah, it's going to be a show. Lisa, I hate to do this to you, but Nancy Pelosi said that if the Republicans get in the seat, it will be the end of democracy. I'm just going to let you go.
Well, I mean, Tyrus, obviously everything's going swimmingly right now, so clearly that's of concern. It's a choose-your-own-adventure novel about what's wrong with the country. I mean, there's something for everyone to be fired up and angry about by what's going on in the nation. Inflation, the border, Ukraine, leaving Americans behind in Afghanistan. It has all gone to hell under Joe Biden. But look, I was at the NRCC in 2010, historic election. Republicans picked up 63 seats in the House. I'm getting flashbacks. I mean, you look at every metric, wrong track, right track. You look at GOP fundraising. Last quarter, I think there was at least 53 GOP candidates raising over 53,000, significantly less Democrats being able to do that. You look at approval rating, literally every metric is bad for Democrats. So I am praying that we get a little bit of sanity, at least in Congress, so to kneecap Joe Biden until we can get him out in 2024 to a little Tanya Harding action.
Ooh, not the Harding.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here.
So, guys, it's our fault. It's our fault that Joe Biden's poll numbers are so bad.
I'm okay with that.
Me too. It's one of those things where I really just don't fucking care anymore.
Well, honestly, if it's the young people that are making his poll numbers so bad, thank you, Jesus. That gives me a little more faith in the next generation.
No. It's not because they dislike him. It's because they want their loans paid back, Lonnie.
It's because they're not getting the junk they want.
It's because they're not getting what they want. They're not being catered to.
Well,
like the far left wants to. Also, the fact that, you're not allowed to say gay in Florida.
Even though they haven't.
Do you know that you're not allowed to say gay?
Well,
Gay.
Who was it that started that? Mark Hamill?
Gay.
It was Mark Hamill who started that, right?
Yeah.
Gay.
Yeah. He was like, gay. It's like, Mark Hamill, you live in California.
Did you see Ron Perlman? You see his video?
No, I didn't.
Oh, my God. He was pissed.
About what?
About the Don't Say Gay bill.
It's not even the Don't Say Gay bill, though.
Well,
that's the thing that I don't understand.
Nowhere in the bill it does not say it.
For people who claim to be so fact-based, they can't even read the text of the bill to understand what it is. And they just repeat CNN talking points.
What's really crazy is, these people can fucking read. They're actors. It's what they do for a living.
Well, yeah, but I'm not even talking about just the famous people. I'm talking all the people.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, all the celebrities, though, for sure.
All the left-wingers that are so just fucking I can't even think of the word because I don't know anymore. I don't know what the hell they're upset about, honestly. They call us science deniers and like anti-facts and all this shit. Bro, read the text of the bill. If you are so concerned with this "don't say gay" bill, which it doesn't say anywhere in it not to say gay, Lonnie, seriously.
What? I gotta take my medicine, man.
At least you're not on camera. People can probably still hear it through these mics. Who knows? Lonnie's over there eating cupcakes. Nobody can hear you, Lonnie.
I know. I'm telling you.
Lonnie's saying I have to take antibiotics, which means he needs to eat something, which I respect. Anywho, so the goal of the bill is actually so cameraman says, but you are a science denier. I'm not, actually, like, not at all. I just believe in science as it's supposed to be, as in it changes, and it's not set in stone. Like, science has never settled, unlike the left claims. So the problem with all of this is that there is nowhere in this bill that says you're not allowed to say gay. There's nothing in this bill that makes it illegal to say the words gay. What it does make illegal is brainwashing K through 3 children into believing that boys can be girls and girls can be boys, and that you may be gay, and that whatever. What?
So what cameraman's getting at is...
Okay, no, hold on. Cameraman says, but you've never seen any physical observation of major scientific value, only what you have been told of someone else's interpretation of their observation or lack thereof. Yes, because a lot of experiments that science does are not something that the everyday man could do. Joe, quit messing with the microphone. Now I see how it was when I was the one doing it all the time. But now it's set where I want it. I can see everything, and I'm not worried about it.
I'm just doing it
anymore.
on purpose.
I'm going to stab you.
Oh, yeah, we got to take the foreskin off.
Joe? I've done this to myself.
I'm happy. I have
So you know what I mean? I mean, he's got it right, because in a way, gravity is really just a theory. We can't see it. There could be like invisible beings holding us to the planet.
Motherfucker, shut up. I don't want to. No. Nope. No. We see gravity every day.
You just don't like to accept the fact.
You want to see gravity?
You just don't want to accept the fact that there could be a little being with his little finger up your rear end holding your butt to this planet.
Gravity, bitch. Science, bitch.
Did you believe it, though?
Oh, I believe in gravity because gravity is... I drop something, it falls. Gravity.
Yeah,
now, there are those who subscribe to Flat Earth who believe that gravity is just the force of the domed system being pushed up through empty space, and that the acceleration of the ground underneath you is what keeps you planted to the ground.
That makes no sense.
I know, but...
No, it's not all gravity. You know that, right? Some of it is the pressure, like the atmospheric pressure pushing down on us.
Shut the fuck up.
Just saying.
Shut up.
'Cause supposedly that's what keeps us from just blowing up. Just going,
stupid.
Just saying, man.
Stupid.
Atmospheric pressure.
Stupid. He's gonna wear that button out tonight.
We're like, go over there tomorrow. There's gonna be like a little smear over that button where the screen's all worn out.
Disgraceful.
Are you sure you're okay with your microphone?
I'm positive. Thank you.
You don't want to adjust it?
No, I don't. It's actually in a perfect place.
Right in your face.
You know what's coming next, right? He's going to tell you he's going to stab you.
It's unfortunate that nobody can hear you.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
okay.
turn it on.
Yeah, Joe, I'm legit about to stab you in the foreskin. Oh wait, you don't have any because we're circumcised and we're proud.
Yeah, see, okay, so the other day we were talking about foreskin, and Justin
So
was
the
like,
cameraman says gravity causes pressure, which is true because without gravity, the atmosphere would not be here.
okay, well, Justin, we were talking about foreskin, right? You know, because Foreskin Friday. And Justin was like, I'm about to cut you. And I was like, you can't cut me. I'm already cut. Ow.
It's not always about the foreskin, man. I too am cut, and I'm proud. Anywho,
like a cut, G.
So, we've covered AOC.
Okay, so theoretically, the grid has went down. You find AOC out in the middle of the street. What do you do?
Is this a legit question?
It's a theoretical question.
Nothing.
I do
I
nothing.
just keep on going on about my
I keep
fucking
on going
day.
and let her starve to death because she doesn't know how to hunt or fish or do anything.
I would just let her graze in a pasture, what she seems like she would be very good at with those chompers.
Ah!
Don't be a dick.
Hey, it's warranted.
It is worth it. You know, it's sad because without her communist ideals, she's going to perish. You know, which is why we need the Russian national anthem.
So, USA Today and gender study experts confirm women don't exist.
I don't know why we're talking about this. I'm not a biologist.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Jesus, we gotta,
We gotta
change
fix that.
You know, it just gets me, man. You know, they try to say, oh, men are in control of the world. Women are so underprivileged. But yet, every chance they get, they're trying to, like, get rid of women.
Look at the size of this thing.
What?
It's a horse pill, Lonnie. Are you sure that's not a suppository?
Just take one tablet by mouth. I hope they didn't fuck that up.
Yeah, I hope so. Because that thing
Take
is
one
massive.
tablet by anal.
Anal insertion. Anywho, why are we so...
I like that. I like that key phrase, too. Anal insertion.
I don't like that phrase
No,
at all.
what is up with you tonight?
Yeah. I don't get it, but you can't keep being like this because no. I will put the Kentucky waterfall on the camera.
I am the same as I've always been.
Just seems a little bit worse.
It does. It seems like you dialed it up like a couple notches at least.
Yeah, in the past couple of weeks, it seems like he's really just like
He's
had an
vying for his
explosion
spot.
of personality.
He's vying for his spot on camera because he's threatened by the waterfall.
I think that's it. I think that's what it is. He's threatened by the Kentucky
Waterfall came into his house.
You need to put a pup poll up and say, do you enjoy Joe's
Sexual innuendos?
No, charisma.
I wouldn't call this charisma.
Yeah. Hold on. I got the poll. I'm at the helm here.
Excuse me. Damn, that was loud. It's all these carbonated beverages that I'm not used to drinking anymore. Anyway, we are just like all over the place tonight, and I'm here for it. Because, again, it's one of those quiet weeks, right?
Cody, you got an hour to get here.
Not a whole lot going on. And it's super, super weird. Like, I don't like how slow the news cycle has become here lately.
Well,
I'm
not saying
anything. When you do.
Well, I can't do anything on that poll because I'm on our channel. Who the hell voted yes?
Cameraman, 100%.
100% Joe.
Did Joe did he just hit it? I didn't see him.
Joe's the one that did that. It's 1,000% Joe.
All right, fuck you, Joe.
Somebody voted no.
Somebody did vote no, and I am here for them.
I think it was cameraman.
It probably was.
They voted no.
Cameraman did say I've been slowly manipulating him into doing my bidding since I cannot be there myself. He is feeding into all of my social cues. I don't believe it.
Nobody else is taking credit.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. That's because Lonnie voted no.
Joe's microphone is off.
Joe!
Hey, at least it's not my microphone. Ruh-roh. Something's not happening here. Well, it seems like Joe's just not going to be able to talk anymore.
Damn, even the microphone said shut up.
It's not
All
good,
right,
man.
I think we got it.
Nope, it went away again.
Can you finagle your stuff there?
Well, you know.
Not in your pants.
We just really need things to work for once. And they're not doing it.
Nothing.
Well, this is not good.
All right, it's back.
It's back, but for how long?
Fuck, who knows?
Probably not very long with them dropping it like that. Anywho, so there's only been 3 votes. So there's at least 2 no's and 1 yes. The yes was definitely Joe. So there's that. But anywho, Lonnie, what do you got to talk about? What do you want to talk about tonight?
Let's go back and talk a little bit about the whole Leah Thomas thing.
Go for it.
And how the Independent put out an article stating that...
Why don't you pull that article up?
Okay. Stating how people who are trans and compete in athletic events don't have an actual advantage over their female or male counterparts, which is false.
Who put this article out?
The Independent.
Okay, so I found it.
You want to send me a link in Discord?
This is unfortunate. Well, I mean, I was just going to read from it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So... Oh, wait, nope. I can't read this because I'm not signing up for shit from the Independent because they suck. Let's see.
Hold on, I might see if I can find it.
Nope. Well, what the hell? Oh, there we go. Okay. So, Miss Thomas began swimming at the age of 5 and came out to her family in the summer of 2018. She began to use her new name, Leah Catherine Thomas, on New Year's Day in 2020. In a way, it was sort of a rebirth, she told Sports Illustrated. For the first time in my life, feeling fully connected to my name and who I am and living who I am. She started gender-affirming hormone replacement therapy in 2019. So, men and women typically have naturally different hormone balances. Although there is much variation within each sex, as we grow, those hormones can cause our bodies to develop in different ways, which is why male athletes tend to perform at higher levels than female athletes.
Also sure that.
However, our bodies still retain the capacity to respond to new hormones in adulthood, and so HRT causes radical changes to a person's secondary sex characteristics. For trans women, that means growing breasts, thinning body hair, changes to their emotions, shifting body fat into an hourglass shape, and, most relevantly to sports, drops in muscle mass and strength. Now, both the NCAA and the Olympics allow trans women to compete in women's events once they have been on HRT for a certain length of time, and as long as tests show their testosterone level or their testosterone is below certain levels. There are different rules for trans men because their pre-HRT performance is similar to cis women, and they tend to gain strength and muscle mass from HRT. Opponents of trans women's inclusion argue that these changes are not enough to erase the natural advantages of growing up with testosterone. The scientific evidence is mixed, and post-HRT trans women do not currently dominate professional sport. Okay, first off, we're talking about a tiny fragment of athletes. Tiny. Like, tiny, right? Of course they don't dominate sports because there's not very many of them. And professional leagues don't allow trans women because they're not women. They're men. Dun dun dun. Anyway, so let's go on down. Let's see.
So, here's an interesting fact, too. So, you know, they require you to go under this chemical test. You have to do the chemical testing to make sure that your testosterone levels is only so high, right?
Right.
Not only... Okay, so people would think, oh, well, they're going under this... They have to get estrogen injections to kind of counteract the testosterone. But even though they go through that whole process, you know that there's still the trans athletes, if it's a male to female sport, still has 5 times the testosterone as the females do.
Yes.
5 times. And then here, interesting, straight from the NCAA website, it says, starting with the 2022-23 academic year, transgender student athletes will need documented levels at the beginning of their season and the second documentation 6 months after the first. They will also need documented testosterone levels 4 weeks before championship selections. So that means, in between there, you don't have to do shit.
Nope.
It's so loose. The requirements are so non-existent. They want you to test before, and you can go the whole season and stop taking estrogen, and your testosterone levels will naturally climb because your body naturally produces it.
Yep.
And then you have to provide it after the season. So you're really only required 1 test. And then if you make it to the championship, you have to test 4 weeks before that, which is insane. It's absolutely insane.
All of it is, though. Everything about this is insane.
Yeah. And then you go to Leah Thomas, who, as a male swimmer, was what, 450th?
In certain events.
Yeah.
32nd in the event that he won.
Okay, so below average.
Well, actually, in the longer distance races, fairly elite. 32nd out of all the college athletes.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying like across the board. Like if you take an average of everything, very probably average, if not slightly below.
Yeah.
And then he goes in and wins against the top of the female athletes. I mean, it's
in one event,
Yeah.
yes, which was an event that he specialized in when he was a he.
Yeah.
Still
Well, wasn't
is
one
a
of those
he,
wasn't
but
one of those athletes a silver medalist?
yes, the girl that won second place.
Yeah. You beat a
Silver
silver
medalist.
medalist as an average male swimmer.
Yep. It's just all fucking insane. Let's see. Cameraman says nobody wants to talk about transmissions. What is that?
So Biden gets agitated during speech and starts yelling.
Send that to the Discord.
I can't. It's on Facebook.
Send it to the Liberty chat.
I've been trying to find like a video link, but it's just like.
Is it a recent speech?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I feel like we're off the rails. Cameraman says, why are we not talking about how SCOTUS is about to play a revolving door on their token black member, trading up one for another? You're going to have to elaborate on that.
Maybe that'll work.
Oh, shit. So here's a news article that I didn't think I would ever read. Pelosi accuses SCOTUS Justice Thomas's wife of being a proud contributor to a coup. Speaker adds he should have never been appointed to the court in the first place. Let's see. Oh, why are I hate ads. So annoying. Let's see. Would you stop it? Actually, you know what? This is a YouTube video. We could actually just pull this up.
All right, Lonnie, I sent it to the Liberty chat over there.
I really don't want to watch this, but honestly, we're going to have to. Oh. Oh. That. Dude, I just hit all the buttons because it was slow transitioning. Whatever.
All right.
Imagine being the parent, making the minimum wage or twice the minimum wage, and having a child with type 1 diabetes, knowing that if you can't and have no insurance, knowing if you cannot get that money for the insulin, your child may die.
Where is this from?
in addition to your child. It strips you of your dignity, damn it.
No, when was this?
Can you imagine looking at your child and you know what they need and not be able to do it? Many of you have lost children. Many of you have seen. Imagine. It's outrageous.
7 minutes ago from Shapiro.
We have an answer.
When was the speech?
I don't know.
At the same time, same is true for home and community-based services for seniors and people with disabilities. Folks, look. What's the one thing if you know, a lot of you are part of the so-called sandwich generation. You have a child.
What the fuck is the sandwich generation?
You need to get daycare so you can go out and work. As well as you got a mom or a dad who's elderly and living at home and they don't want to move out of their house. They don't have to sell every single thing they have to be able to move into a nursing home.
What?
But you know, the data shows 88,000 people qualify, 800,000 people qualify under Medicare to get
88,000 or
It's not
8,000 or 800,000? Which one was it?
And sometimes it's as little as
How many
making sure
zeros,
there's
Joe?
someone there just to pick up the prescription. Put a handrail in the shower.
Bug Joe.
Making sure someone can show up and help the meal.
I don't know when this is
Cheaper
from,
for everybody.
and it's bothering
It's a
me.
decent
I want to
thing
know
to do.
when the speech
So
was made.
parents deserve to have a little bit of dignity. And it will not increase the deficit. And it will not cost anybody making less than $4,000, $400,000 a penny.
Wait, $4,000 or 400,000?
I'm a capitalist.
Which one?
If you can make $1 billion, $1 million, go at it. It's good.
This is from a while
At least
back.
pay a little bit. Fortune 500 companies. In Fortune 500 companies the last 2 years, there are 55 who made over $40 billion. Didn't pay a cent in taxes.
Huh?
I said, yeah, this one had to be from a while ago.
I'm not talking
This is
about
from a
anybody paid any
long
more
while
than
ago.
they did 10 years ago.
Stop it now, because it
Look,
just they posted
we
it
see
just by getting mad.
we know how to.
I got another one here for you. Maxine Waters yells at homeless people to go home.
Yeah, I did hear about that one. Oh, God. All right, I'll go ahead. Pull up the
Don't be a dick.
What the fuck? How are you going to yell at a homeless person to go home? What
Maxine
home?
Waters yells at homeless people to go home.
Well, she's got, like, what, how many homes? So, I mean...
Maybe they can go to one of hers.
Yeah, maybe. Wait, did that not...
She's just a black Nancy Pelosi.
No, she's just a female Joe Biden, who's also black. Black female Joe Biden.
But you can't say that
I can and I did.
because you're not
It
biologist.
didn't send an actual link, Justin.
What the fucking motherfucking son of a bitch. God, motherfucker.
Can we put a poll up there saying, do you enjoy Justin's profanity?
The resounding answer will be yes.
It's literally 90% of his speak.
Accurate. There you go.
Okay.
Oh my God. I had a headache when I woke up this morning, and you know what? This show's not making it any better. Not that I really give a shit about anything that these people on The View have to say because they
House
all
Speaker
suck.
Pelosi was asked whether Justice Clarence Thomas should resign because of his wife's ties to January 6th, and even took things a step further. Watch.
Do you agree with members of your caucus who are saying that Clarence Thomas should resign?
I don't think he should have ever been appointed. People say from time to time, well, it's a personal decision of a judge as to whether he should recuse himself. Well, if your wife is an admitted and proud contributor to a coup of our country, maybe you should weigh that in your ethical standards.
Yes. I wonder if Lindsey Graham has an opinion on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
That's his wife.
First off, we can cut that off now because we heard what we wanted to hear, which was Nancy Pelosi. Also, I think Nancy Pelosi can go eat a fucking dick because she is one of the most useless members of Congress that there is.
It probably sounds something like this. And then she complained about it afterwards.
Not only that.
Yeah, because it doesn't taste like gelato.
Yeah, her
whiskey or whatever it is that she keeps up there on her podium.
I don't know
with
who
her.
keeps letting Grandma Nancy get into the sauce, but they need to put it away because this is getting fucking ridiculous.
When she forgets to put the fucking Polydent on her dentures because she's too busy drinking, or that shit's dissolving from all the alcohol.
Listen, I'm surprised that every time we see her, she's not.
She's not just openly boozing it. Talking about someone who should recuse themselves. Maybe Nancy should with all the insider trading she does.
Hey, you know what? That's a great idea. And
Good segue,
just,
right?
It's like,
Cody, you were talking in the live chat. You were not at my house.
Welcome to Justice Financial Corner. So, there's a couple of things happening that we can talk about. One of those things is that there are several members of Congress right now who are talking about the fact that members of Congress should not be allowed to trade stocks. And me, personally, for one, I am here for it.
Absolutely, 110%.
But if you want to get rich quick, just follow Nancy Pelosi's husband's stock portfolio. Because whatever he's doing, that's probably what you need to buy. Because here's the simple fact of the matter. Even if the members of Congress are not trading, they're going to divulge insider information to their significant others and their family members in order to make them wealthy so that, you know, they can continue their reign of power in the United States House of Representatives and Senate. Now, so basically what this means for the everyday American is that you're getting fucked no matter what, because people who have knowledge ahead of you that is not available to the public are trading ahead of you, which means by the time you start trading into that stock, chances are it's already reached its peak. Now, one thing that I would like to talk about is, of course, my favorite stock, GameStop. Now, after hours on Thursday afternoon, they announced that they are putting up for shareholder vote a dividend in the form of a stock split. Why is this important, you might ask? Well, it's because it's a dividend stock split. It's not just a stock split. So rather than your broker just being able to say ×3 or however many shares they're going to inject, these shares have to be distributed. It will be preceded by a stock recall, which will recall all of their outstanding shares. And since it's a dividend, shares will be distributed to the DTCC and ComputerShare. ComputerShare is the designated repository for GameStop direct registered shares, which is where the DRS stuff comes in. It's where you take your shares out of beneficial ownership status into legit, my name is on these shares, right? So it's a fairly important piece of this puzzle that is the GameStop debacle, which has been going on for well over a year now. So this dividend stock split was announced that it was going to be put up into a vote in the next shareholder meeting, which will be later this year. And the stock ran $30, which is what it's supposed to do on an announcement like that, right? Next day, what happened? Tanked it right back down to the levels that it was at prior to the announcement. So, what's going to happen is that when the stock split happens, GameStop will send shares to the DTCC and to ComputerShare. And those shares will be issued through the lit market to the dividend holders. The problem lies in what those of us who have been following it this entire time believe are counterfeit or synthetic shares. Because even if your shares are not real, you are still entitled to the dividend split, which means someone has to go out, find shares on the lit market, buy them, and send them to you. That's a lot of buying on the lit market that has to happen. Like, this is not one of those things where you can just spoof it and say, oh, well, nope. You legit have to buy these shares and send them to the shareholders. If the theories are true, there are more shares in circulation than should exist. Each one of those shares is entitled to the stock split. You're looking at the potential death gurgles of all of these hedge funds that have been short selling GameStop for God knows how long. When the January sneeze happened in 2021, the documented short interest was at well over 140%. Like, there were 140% of the available free float shares out there. It's the other thing that I want you to understand is that I don't talk about GameStop in order to convince people to buy it or to convince people that it's going to moon, whatever. It's to show you the blatant amounts of fuckery that happen in the stock market on a daily basis, to show you just how rigged this system is. And I personally, if I'm right about GameStop and it does go to the moon and I do make a lot of money off of it, I will never invest another dime in the stock market ever again. Because it's rigged. It's all rigged. You have all of these...
If it goes to the moon, though, the stock market's probably going to crash.
That's fine. Everybody else can be poor. I don't care. I'm going to have all the money in the world. Infinite money glitch. And I'm here for it. But honestly, like, here's the thing. Do I believe that we're going to get screwed? Absolutely. Do I hope that I'm wrong on that? Also, absolutely. I really hope that it runs the way that it should run and causes dramatic changes in market structure. Like, a lot of the things that are happening right now are happening because of settlement periods, right? So when you purchase a share through your broker, your broker has 2 days to locate, purchase, and give you your share. They take your money and give you nothing because they hope that the price goes down so that they can buy it and pocket the extra. This is what payment for order flow does, right? It also allows these hedge funds to batch all of your orders into large quantities and sell them to wholesalers and then purchase them off exchange in non-lit fashion. That's why when Ryan Cohen bought those 100,000 extra shares, he did it through IEX, which is a lit market that had no ability to go to Citadel or another market maker to be bundled with all these other orders from retail and pushed into a dark pool. The amount of trades that happen off exchange is disgusting. Should not be allowed to happen. And the only way that this is going to get any better is to continue to expose the fraudulent activities of the hedge funds, the fraudulent activities of Congress, all of this stuff, right? So that's just my 2 cents on it. Like, you're not going to get any better and the system is completely rigged and always has been completely rigged. It's just how it is. It's the way the cookie crumbles.
And that
is Justin's Financial Corner.
That was beautiful.
I mean, I try. I try to make it easy to understand what's happening.
Without going too deep into
Without
it.
going too deep. Like, it's kind of like a high-level overview of what's actually happening.
I mean, because you can't really... I mean, you'd have to have your own, show just for that,
Yeah, to
like,
really get into it the way that I would like to get into it,
like the
yes,
Fox
absolutely.
Business channel where you just literally talk about the stocks all day.
Yeah,
Because it's that in-depth, because it's designed to be confusing, right?
It is. It absolutely is. But here's the other thing. So, investors typically really like stock splits. Tesla went through a similar thing, and their short interest was only at like 12%, right? And that's when they recalled their stocks, split them. I think it was 3-1 or 4-1. Actually, you know what? I have all of this in a text message from my good pal Nate. I was going to find it. So, when Tesla did this exact same thing, it went from like $400, give or take, to like $2,000 before they even actually split after their meeting. They were only 12% short or something, too. I think the MOAS is going to start soon. Buckle up. And Ryan Cohen's been really active on Twitter here lately, too, which is another thing that really surprises me, because he's been basically radio silent this entire time. And he is straight up calling for people to really crack down on short sellers. He's also calling out BlackBerry, or not BlackBerry, but Bed Bath & Beyond by like a lot. And Bed Bath & Beyond has actually started to listen to Ryan Cohen and started doing the things that he said to start doing.
Meme stocks unite.
First off, meme stocks, no. And there's some interesting theories too that AMC, the popcorn stock, is actually the hedge against GME for the short sellers. There's been some really interesting activity on that. I haven't really looked into that a whole lot, but I did see it on Superstonk, and that's...
I think I actually saw an article on that. I didn't look too much into it. But
yeah,
I did see something
that's one of those things. And honestly, like, they've become disconnected in the last couple of weeks. They're not really following each other the way that they have in the past, which is kind of crazy because they have really closely followed each other. I think COS is the other one. COS basically does the exact same thing as GameStop does on a day-to-day basis. So I don't know. It's fucking crazy. And there are no foreskins involved. Hey, what are you doing over there, buddy?
Zoning out.
Clearly. Doing something on your phone. What are you doing?
Messaging my wife.
How about you stop messaging your wife? We're in the middle of the show.
Be a contributing member, Joe.
How about you contribute? Lonnie actually participated.
I got nothing to
Financial
contribute
Corner.
to Good Financial Corner.
Yeah, because you don't understand the stock market.
I understand the stock market.
No, you don't.
It just bores me.
No, Joe, you don't. Trust me. After what I've seen in Liberty Chat, you don't.
I understand the stock market.
And
it just
you know
bores
what's
me.
funny? I don't understand the stock market, and I can tell you don't understand it either.
I understand the stock market.
Long story
I just
short,
don't.
GME to the moon, baby. Diamond hands.
I just don't get into it as deep as y'all do. Because I don't care to.
First off, you should care to because you have money in the stock market.
I have like $45 in the
Doesn't
stock
matter.
market.
You have money in it.
Hey,
you are
invested
directly
money
affected.
equals made money.
Oh, I know how to make money.
Yeah, it's called working.
If you want, you want to talk about investing and making money? No, nobody in this room can touch me. Because unless you could tell me you invested $10,000 and made $30,000, you got nothing.
When was this?
Last year.
On what?
My business. And yeah,
Okay.
I mean, before you say it's not the same, it is the same.
First off, that's not the same.
It is the same. I invested
We're talking
money.
about the stock market.
No, I invested money into something, and I got a return. It's literally the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
It is the same thing.
You invested in your personal
Either way,
companies.
it's a risk. It's a risk. You invest in a risk.
It is an investment,
And
but
it
it's
returns.
Joe, it's not the same kind of investment.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter in the context
don't.
of what we're talking about. You're talking about something that is not attached to the stock market at all.
Cody said it sounds like to me you don't understand it.
Coming from the guy that doesn't even invest in the stock market.
Who, Cody?
Yeah.
Who knows? He's not here. So I can't say. Lonnie, I know you don't invest, which is fine.
Yep.
But I do appreciate that you actually interact with me when I'm talking about
Hey, man. I'm
stock
here
markets instead of messaging your wife in the middle of the show like a dick.
Do it. Hit the button.
And not only that, but I was checking my stocks. Since
What
we were talking
stocks?
about stocks.
What stocks? What do you have? I'm interested. I really am.
I have
Oh, motherfucker. He's here.
Tesla. Believe it or not, Lowe's, like Lowe's Home Improvement, their stock was looking really good there.
Hey,
for a
you
while.
made it. I don't know where the chair is.
And I have Bitcoin.
Okay, Bitcoin is not the same. Bitcoin took a giant shit earlier this week, too, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it did. It's still taking a shit as we speak.
It's locked at the top with the Velcro. On the
Well,
back.
Velcro, like your light up shoes. Come on. There it is.
Yeah, Lowe's was looking good until recently. It's in the green right now, though.
Voila. Oh, shit.
So, Joe, here's the problem, right? So a lot of the things that you've said in the past, you're looking at like short-term trends rather than long-term trends, which, granted, if you're day trading, yeah, that's what you need to look at is short-term trends.
Which is what I am. I don't care about going into like.
The problem is that you can, as a small investor, right, you can only make 4 day trades in a 5-day trading period.
Which, but by the way, I think that's bullshit. I don't think you should have to. And that's where I will. And that's where I will get into the fact that I think that stuff, like you having to have so much money in the market in order to trade
$25,000
in order to pretty much just trade all day, every day. I think that's bullshit.
So what did you say, Lowe's?
Yeah, Lowe's.
Oh, let's see. How does this look?
Not great right now.
So, actually, it's up $10 in the past year. Now, 5 years, it's actually $121, and it looks to be in a pretty solid upward trend.
And you're
Going back 5 years, it's a good investment.
And I'm investing in Tesla.
For long term.
Right.
Right. Now, Tesla's one that is super volatile.
Yeah.
Always has been.
Still
Even the
upward trending, though.
Even the options contracts are incredibly expensive. It's super bad.
Still upward trending, though. And I was invested, and I should have stayed, in Village Farms International.
Now, when you look at Tesla, right, it's at 1091 right now, right?
Yeah.
Since about 2019, end of 2019, it has been on this huge uptrend, right? It'll go up, it'll squeeze a little bit, like January 8th, 2021, it hit 880, which was the peak for, the last 3 years. And then it shot right back down to 580, which, that's fine. And then in the end of last year, again, it ran to $1,222. So it's still a good ways off from its all-time high, but the trend on it is a solid investment, right? The problem is that it could be rug pulled at any time.
Another one I was looking at was Village Farms International, and they're a cannabis company that's like grows pot.
But yes, that's what a cannabis grower typically does.
Damn it, Joe. Hey guys, I'm here. My week was great.
So they came into the market on February 21st of 2019. Right, so they're a fairly new publicly traded company, as most cannabis.
Well, they don't just do
growers are.
cannabis. They produce business. I don't know. This don't make any sense. But they produce business, energy business, and cannabis.
So it hit its all-time low in March of 2020.
Shop shipping.
And it was at 239. Right? And then February 19th, 2021, hit $17 again. And it's been on a solid... Dude, that's...
I was in that. I'm not in that no more.
Right. Well, so even like the yearly trend is pretty much a steady decline.
Well, the short-term trend was looking positive, so I invested in it for like a day or two. Then it started going back down, so I pulled out.
It's because you don't understand the stock market, Joe.
By the way,
so in Joe's defense,
that's what day traders do. They look at the short term, and they try to capitalize on those like real quick upward blips.
So the problem with that is that you're not going to make any money just buying stocks, right? To go on these little, unless you've got like 10 grand to dump into something that's on a short-term trend upward, you're not going to make any money. The best way to do it is to buy options, right? It's an easy way to make a lot of money really fast, but it's also an easy way to lose a lot of money really fast. Right? So
see, last year or I think it was last year, I could make $100 in a month. Yeah, I may have lost $10, but I would get $100. You see what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I was getting more than I was losing by doing it the way I was doing it.
Right. But in order to truly be able to day trade, your luck is more likely going to be either having a large amount of capital up front to invest with, or to play options, right? Now, if you can tell that this stock is going to continue to rise, buying a call option is not a bad idea. It's a good way to make a lot of money in a short amount of time. Especially if you can afford the options that are a little bit further out. Like if you bought a option contract, like today's the 2nd of April. If you bought an option contract at the end of the month, like one that would expire at the end of the month, you have a better chance. It's going to cost you more up front, but if the stock continues an upward trend in the short term, the price is going to substantially increase on the option as well, as it looks like it's going to hit that price point, right? Also super easy to lose money that way. Because if the stock decides to just pull a U-turn, rug pull, if you will, it's going to go down. And the second it starts going down, the value of your option contract is also going to go down. The way to avoid losing a lot of money, though, is to play straddle, right? So you buy a call and a put above and below, right? So if you want to make money on the call, like if you think it's going to be extremely volatile, right, and go way up real fast, you buy a call that's not super far out of the money, but a little bit out of the money, because it's the only way to really make money is for the implied volatility to go way up. When that implied volatility goes way up, the options contracts explode in volume. It's all an implied volatility game when it comes to options, unless you actually hit the strike price that you bought the option contract on. So when that goes up, your money goes up. Now your put option is going to go down in value, obviously. It's about playing the which one's going to make me more money and selling both at the appropriate time, right? Which that's all investments. That's the other thing. Like all these wealth taxes that are being talked about in Congress right now, they're talking about taxing unrealized capital gains.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's bullshit
Like,
too.
you can't tax income that I haven't made.
Right.
Period. That's not how it works. You know, if you bought a house for $100,000 and the housing market exploded and your house is now worth $1 million, they're going to try to tax you on that $1 million gain or $900,000 gain. In what world does that make sense? I didn't sell anything. I don't have the money to pay taxes on a $1 million house now just because the volume, the market made it worth more than what it is.
Right.
It's all just a power game at this point, and that includes the stock market. You know, all these wealthy members of Congress don't go in upper middle class and come out millionaires for no reason. They're trading on insider knowledge, and that's the problem. That's the whole problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, I'm done with Justin's Financial Corner now. Joe, do you have anything for the old Conspiracy Corner this week?
Man discovers alien creature's corpse washed ashore on Australian beach. That's CBS News.
First off, I'm talking real conspiracies.
Yeah.
Aliens and...
Bring us quality.
Russia says it's building a new democratic world order.
Well, a new world order is not going to be democratic, first off.
Russia promotes new world order with China.
You know what?
I got nothing.
I can't even play the sounds because you don't have anything. In other news, Cody is here.
I made it!
Unfortunately.
Thanks, guys. Making me feel real
I'm glad
warm
you're
and
here.
welcome. Honey's happy.
What'd you think of the new sound for Locked and Loaded?
Honestly, didn't tune in for that. I was
Let me,
still working deals.
Let me tune you in.
Okay.
Why don't I have sound anymore?
Yeah, it didn't work for me.
I don't have sound either.
Yeah, because Cody's headset got plugged in. Guarantee you that's what happened.
I'm wondering if this whole time we've been
Bottom
talking.
corner.
Hold on, check. Check.
Nope. We have. It's been playing.
Yeah. Okay. So check down in the sound settings, just the computer sound settings.
Yep. Over there, right there. Yep. Change that back to voice meter.
There we go.
Right now.
Damn it, man.
Yes. Yes.
And we also changed it to where now we have the... Because we had that, and then we had one shot, and that was what it was last week, and then we changed it.
Yep.
That'll do.
You forgot someone in the chamber. Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know. Dude, I'm getting really tired of these light weeks where there's not shit to talk about.
Tell you, this is how it all happens.
Exciting.
This is how it all happens. It gets real
I
quiet.
swear to God, if you...
It gets
I don't even want to say it.
He's
but I
gonna
know
say
you're
if
gonna
the
say
mushroom
it.
cometh.
It gets real quiet.
But it won't be sheathed.
It gets real quiet. Nothing happens for weeks. And then we all wake up and there's no power. That's how it happens.
So, oddly enough, as much as I don't want to, like, feed Joe's nuke frenzy...
I didn't say
fucking
nuke. I
whatever,
just said we wake up and there's no power.
But you said it, you just didn't use the words. Okay?
No, it could be a cyber attack.
Shut up,
Because
shut up,
Russia
shut
has
up.
even started
You
talking
ruined it.
about increasing
You ruined
cyber
it.
attacks.
You ruined it. It's gone now. It was there. You killed the moment.
You know what? There is something that we need to talk about. It's back onto the topic of the Don't Say Gay bill, right?
Oh, well,
Lonnie,
being a bitch.
find the leaked audio from the Disney executive meeting and the not-so-secret gay agenda.
So while he's doing that...
Ah, yes.
While he's doing that, I will divulge for 2 seconds. It doesn't take long. I watched a Goody movie. We've all seen it. It's fantastic.
What
When
movie is
Mary-
that?
it bears a little more weight if you go back and watch it now with everything that's going on. Book of Eli.
Yes, it's on Netflix right now.
It
I've been
is.
meaning to watch it, and actually, you're going to be super disappointed. I've not seen that movie.
What?
You haven't seen the Book of Eli?
No.
You need to go watch that.
You definitely need to watch
I'm
it.
sure I do.
But I'm confused how it bears more weight now.
So when they talk about the time before the bright light or the sun coming out of the sky, everything sounds like how today's
find it?
world is.
I believe so.
And then it goes a little bit more in depth and a little bit more in depth.
Okay.
Hold on, let me finish.
Let me say what I was going to say. I'm going to go take a leak. You finish saying what you're saying. I'll be right back.
Also, by the way, Justin, I do invest. It's just in a different
way. Yeah.
I don't do
401k,
short. I don't do
right.
short stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
long-term
not short-term.
investment is a good option. Which also, GameStop is going to be a good long-term investment as well. Just throwing that out there.
Anyways. So, they talk about the world before the
Right,
light.
I remember that.
Mass chaos, countries invading countries.
And like religion controlling the world, stuff like that.
Right, so we're blaming religion for
Right.
for that. Or not religion as a whole, but the thought of religion, the concept of
The
religion.
abuse of religion.
Right.
Yeah.
That being the constitution for the sun falling from the sky, aka a nuke.
Right.
That's what that is. I watched it. I watched Book of Eli when it came out. I watched it again probably a year later, and haven't thought about it. Hadn't touched it. Hadn't even been an inkle of anything. I was tired as shit the other night, laying in bed, and scrolled through Netflix, and was like, "Book of Eli, all right." And watching, I'm like, "Holy shit! Everything that they're saying is literally happening right now." And, it starts, the Book of Eli takes place 30 years after nuclear warfare. So,
I don't even know if it's really that long.
he says 30 years.
Oh, okay.
So, when they ask...
I'm just saying, because there's one part where there's still nuclear fallout.
That's at the very beginning of it. There's a nuclear fallout in the woods when he kills the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But later on through the movie, when he's sitting there talking to the chick, Solara,
Yeah.
she asks how old he is, and he's like, I don't know, it's been 30 winters since the sun fell out of the sky, so I guess I I've lost track. That was all. 30 winters since then, that's 30 years. So it's 30 years post atomic warfare. I don't know, man. It's just, there's some little things here or there in it that
Oh no,
really
I know exactly what you're talking about. I caught him.
really kind of all right, man, that makes more sense. Like, everything kind of does. I hate feeding into your shit for nuke shit, but that fucking movie, it plays it out.
I got nothing to say for it. I mean, I'm just telling you. I caught that too when I watched it.
All
right, Lonnie.
Hold on, I got one more for the investment stuff. I forgot. SpaceX is coming out with a token that you can invest in. And what it does is, if you invest in it, it goes towards the SpaceX program and commercial space flight. I forgot. I'd have to look it up, but it's the same. It's almost like a digital currency, I think.
It's a crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah, a tokenized stock, basically.
But it all goes towards funding SpaceX.
I don't think that would be so much as an investment as a donation.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to invest at least they said if you invest $2,000, you get a free flamethrower.
Fucking sign me up. I want one of them Boring Company flamethrowers.
Yeah, it's a Boring Company flamethrower.
Anywho, Lonnie, go ahead and get that full screened if you can.
It's I love Disney's content.
She looks like she has that TikTok filter that makes her nose really big.
Go ahead.
I grew up watching, all of the classics. They have been a huge, informative part of my life. But at the same time, I worked at small studios most of my career, and I'd heard, you could hear whispers. Like I'd heard things like, oh, they won't let you show this at a Disney show, and I'm like, okay. So I was a little like sus when I started, but then my experience was bafflingly the opposite of what I had heard on my little pocket of Proud Family Disney TVA. The showrunners were super welcoming. Meredith Roberts and our leadership over there has been so welcoming to my not at all secret gay agenda.
Is it doing
and so,
it again?
I feel like
I don't want to hear it.
I felt like it was. I mean, maybe it was that way in the past, but I guess something must have happened in the last. They are turning it around. They're going hard, and then all that momentum that I felt, that sense of I don't have to be afraid to let's have these two characters kiss. Let's in the background. I was just wherever I could, just basically adding queerness to if you see anything queer in the show, I'm proud of it. But I just was no one would stop me, and no one would.
Yeah. So.
And I just lost all sound.
This goes back to the "Don't Say Gay" bill, right? The problem that a lot of these companies are going to be running into now is the fact that, now parents know. Because parents are seeing this. They're seeing what you're saying behind closed doors. And Disney's going to have to make a big choice. Do we allow these people to continue down this path and potentially adversely impact our business? Or do we course correct, get rid of these people, and put values that parents want in our content? Thoughts?
It's gonna be a no for me, Dan.
Lonnie?
Sorry, I'm dying over here. I didn't pay attention to what you said.
Fantastic.
Just say no.
Joe?
Repeat it.
Oh my God.
Disney is coming up on a position where they're going to have to make a choice.
Right.
Do we course correct, stop this, and put values that parents want taught to their children in our shows? Or do we continue to just let people slap queerness into everything?
I think they continue to allow people to just slap queerness into it.
And that's going to be a problem for Disney because parents, now that they're seeing all this information come out about what's being thrown in their children's faces, are going to have to start analyzing everything that their kids watch.
Well, and you have to look at it like this too. It's going to be a problem because, one, parents are going to see that Disney, who stands for the minds and imaginations of children, is now being oversought. It's being overseen by people who are only worried about their vision, not about the kids. That's a big, big problem for Disney.
Yep, really is.
Because it's now it's not about the kids. What Disney was started on is about kids and their imagination and being able to live in a different world through Disney, right? And now it's taken over by people who want to push their agenda and they don't care about the kids.
Now, my thing is that this type of messaging should not be coming from teachers or media outlets. This type of messaging should be coming from people who know these children the best, right? Their parents.
Or their guardians or whatever.
The values that are taught to your children should be approved by the parents, right? So, all these teachers that are up in arms about the fact that they can't talk about their spouse or whatever. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that you can't talk about your spouse. What we're saying is that you can't indoctrinate my child into your ideology because you're a teacher.
Yeah, you don't have that right. You don't make those calls.
You don't get to decide what my children are forced to believe. Right? Now, me personally as a parent, if if she starts asking about why some girls like girls, I'll just tell her some girls like girls, and that's okay. If she starts asking me about, well, any of these other issues, I'm going to be honest with her about all of it. But I can't trust the teachers to do the same things.
Right. Because sometimes they're going to be like, well, why don't you experiment with it and see what it's like?
Yeah. Because
you know why
some
that
dumbass
is?
teacher's going to be like, maybe you're actually a boy.
Yeah, and the reason is because as a parent, you're going to relay the truth. You're not going to be persuaded by something like... I'm trying to think of how to put this into words. You're not going to be more likely to just tell them from feelings.
Yeah.
Opposed to where someone who has no emotional attachment with your kid...
Right.
They're going to play off of what they feel, not based off of truth.
And that's the thing about the left these days. It's not about what's true. It's about how they feel.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
My feelings don't care about your facts.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but there are genetic differences between men and women. We can talk about intersex all you want. That's a completely different topic. Right? Intersex people suffer from a genetic condition more often than not that more often than not renders them infertile and comes with a whole host of other health problems, right? And we're talking about less than 1% of the population at large, right? So, the whole intersex argument never made any sense to me because Klinefelter's syndrome, you display all the attributes of a man. You are a man, right? But one chromosomal difference renders you incapable of having children. I don't see how you can conflate intersex people with trans people. It's not the same thing. Right? Intersex people exist. Yes. Trans people exist. Yes. That's fine. You do whatever you want to do, but you're not going to tell my kid that she might be a boy.
Yeah.
She's not a boy. She is clearly a girl.
And science backs that up.
Yeah. There are genetic differences between men and women. Always have been. Always will be. In order to continue the species, there has to be genetic differences between men and women. Self-identification is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
But gender is not a construct. Okay? Gender is biologically defined. It is what your chromosomes say you are. Right? That's the end of the discussion. That's the scientific fact of the matter. Anything else, you can pretty much call it gender dysphoria, which is a actual recognized disorder. Which, by the way, impacts men far more than it impacts women. It was very rare prior to current era that you had a woman saying that she identified as a man. It was always boys saying that they were girls.
So, this is my opinion. It's not based on anything. I think the reason why some people do it is because to them, it's a sexual... It goes into the sexual kink thing. You know what I mean? It's forbidden. So that's why they like it.
Yeah, kind of.
It's something different. So like a girl being with a girl, she likes it because it's different and forbidden, not because she's actually attracted to a girl.
Sometimes. I'll level with you. Sometimes.
That's what
yes.
I said. That's what I said. Sometimes. I'm not saying that every time.
A percentage of it for sure. Now to the topic at hand, I actually have, I guess outsider looking in perspective to it. Granted, I'm the only one out of the four of us that doesn't have children.
Correct.
That we know of.
Lord, let's hope so.
That we know of.
Cody's gonna be like 50.
God help us if you do have children.
I mean, it's a very good possibility.
Little Cody's running
But-
around is terrifying.
Right? He running around was terrifying. I mean, let's just be honest.
That wouldn't have been
But so, on the on the
speeding.
topic of what Disney should do or shouldn't do here or there, honestly, I know Disney was built for the minds of children. I get that. I level with you 100%. I agree with you. For the most part, the minds of children are so innocent that you can put whatever you want to put on TV, and they're only going to see the good in it. Period. Like, you go back as an adult and watch any of the Disney shows of old, and you're like, holy shit, that's in there, or holy crap, I didn't realize that happened, or holy shit, that looks like a dick.
Yeah, because we've matured
Right.
into adults who are capable of deciphering all these
Right,
things.
and as kids, it was there, it's the same thing, but we didn't see that.
No.
So, like, a part of me wants to say, fuck it, it's, in a way, freedom of speech. Let Disney do whatever the hell they want to do. Children are going to see what they're going to see.
But that's not the problem.
That's not what I was saying, though. What I'm saying is that Disney is going to have to make this decision on their own. And whatever decision they make is theirs to make.
And
That's
like right
fine.
now, it's not that bad. What we get at is it's a slippery slope. And at what point do they draw the line?
Well, and see, it would be different also if the degree of which they were putting in changes to like what they're saying, like different aspects of life, had variety, but it doesn't. That's also the problem.
Right.
It's one thing. It's one little subgroup of all of human life that they're focusing on, compressing more and more and more.
And what makes it so shady is the fact that they do it so subtly.
Well, it's not even subtle
It's
anymore.
not
They're
subtle.
out in the open saying this shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You know?
it was subtle.
Yeah, at one point it was subtle, but it's not anymore. It hasn't been for a long time.
And like that's the thing. I wouldn't have a problem with it if it was, if there was variety to it, right? Like they were just trying to sprinkle in a little bit of everything.
Well, yeah,
there.
it's important for kids to understand that these people exist, right? I don't disagree with that. Like,
Well, I mean, because
you
eventually,
can't grow
some
up in
point
a
in their
bubble.
life, at some point in their life, they're going to experience, a couple or a whole slew of these things
Right.
that we're talking about. I mean,
yeah,
it's inevitable.
exactly. And, it's fine. But, like, the problem that you run into is that you run into all these people who have been indoctrinated into this ideology who then take it upon themselves to, and this is from personal experience. We had a meeting at work like a month and a half ago where, they opened it up to questions, and the first thing that one of these people brought up was the fact that the second floor of our building is not diverse enough. I'm sorry, what? I don't know if you've been to the second floor of our building, but it's like 30% black people. And there's an Indian guy up there, and there's a bunch of women up there, and like, I don't know how much more diverse you want this shit to get, because like,
For me,
what the fuck are you even talking about? Come to find out, this person is from California. It's just like, what?
to me, when you work for a job like you work, how is that the thing you're thinking about?
Exactly. So, like,
Yeah, my thing is, it's like, how is it going to improve the job?
no, it doesn't.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
that's the
Like,
problem. Like, diversity, equity, and inclusion are bullshit when it comes to the workplace, because at the end of the day, the most qualified candidates, the
Should
people
get the
who are
job.
capable of doing the job the best, should be the ones that are there. And to suggest otherwise is to say openly that you wish this company wouldn't do as well so that somebody of color could
and
have
that's
their
not,
shot.
and that's not saying that any one particular group or ethnicity is less than the other, but it's as a whole. If you're just shooing in people to match a quota,
Yep.
It's gonna lead to bad things.
So my thing with diversity, equity, and inclusion has always been that you can be diverse and inclusive. Equity's never going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Equality of outcome is straight communism. You cannot have equality of outcome. And even in communism, there is no equality of outcome because the people in charge benefit from all the shit that gets eaten at the bottom of the pile. So you have a small minority elite that reaps the rewards from the hard work of every citizen while the citizens all get the same shit.
Yeah. Yeah, equal outcome is just a pitch to buy in, get people to buy in. That's all it is.
Diversity, equality, and inclusion is a completely different thing. All people are equal regardless of their race, their gender, their sex, their sexual orientation. None of that shit matters in business. But to say you have to have 10 black people on your board of directors is absolutely insane.
Well, it's just like the NFL just come out and said that now
you have to have a minority coach.
Yep.
On offense.
Yep.
I'm sorry, what?
That's literally reverse racism.
It literally is.
No, it's actually
Well, it's
racism.
It's racism, but to the
Well, no, Cody.
to the dumb.
First off, you can't be racist if you're black.
there's no such thing as reverse racism.
No, it's to the dumb.
It is a direct violation of the Civil Rights Act.
Yeah, it is
Title IX.
racism. It's racism, but it's racism to an extent that goes against what is perceived to be racism.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is the nomenclature of reverse racism.
Yeah. In a word.
That was a rather large word for you, Cody.
I've got another topic.
I practiced it like 6
I've got
times
another
this morning
topic.
in the mirror.
What?
Before we finish this out. So I was watching like one of those
What do you think?
Save the Planet type, documentary movie type deals the other night, right? And so they're talking about how like there's too many people on the planet and how we're going to make ourselves go extinct because there's too many people, right? But yet NBC News, Americans aren't making enough babies to replace ourselves.
Because we're not. We're not at replacement rates. But countries like China, India, those places, Mexico, those places are at replacement rates. Hey, could you pay attention to what we're actually talking about?
No.
So,
At least I'm honest.
but even
son of a bitch.
But even this article from the BBC, fertility rate jaw-dropping global crash in children being born.
Yeah, because Western countries are not at replacement rates, right? To be at replacement rate, you technically have to be at like 2.156% or 2.156% children per family. Something like that. I don't know the exact number, but it's over 2 children per family, right?
Right.
Problem is that
Fucking up the
well,
curve here.
Westerners are fucking selfish. I'm selfish. I don't want no more kids. I got my one. I'm happy. Good.
Man, I'm cool with practicing a lot.
Exactly.
We can't have no more kids.
I know, but you have 2.
Yes.
That replaces you and her.
Right.
Lonnie has the 1. I have the 1.
Are you
I don't
planning
want
on
any
any more,
more
Lonnie?
kids.
I could have 12.
Are you planning on any more?
You could have 60. Who knows?
I wouldn't mind having more kids.
I mean, it's possible. I guess.
No,
Not right now.
It's not possible, Cody.
It's not out of the
What
question.
number are we looking at?
No, it is.
I wouldn't have more than 2 or 3. 3 max.
See, now
I grew
here's
up in
my
a
thing.
large family, though. I'm the youngest out of 5. And then, like, my grandparents
No,
go into
you
my
could not have
grandparents.
that many children.
Uh,
Cody.
my
The numbers don't
grandma
add up.
has 13 brothers and sisters, and my grandpa
They,
has
they
15.
don't because
Hey,
What?
listen to Lonnie.
I mean, Lonnie was from a large family. We know.
Yeah, but I can't hear.
Sounds like a you problem.
That does sound like a you problem, buddy.
So, youngest of 5 kids.
Yeah, I'm the youngest of the 5. And then, like, oh, it sounds so bad right now. because
Okay,
our
hold on.
Headsets are still fucked
Sorry
up.
to interrupt. I need you to do the thing. Not the thing. I need you to do the Russian thing because I gotta know how bad it is before we fix it.
But do you really?
Yeah.
Do you really want?
I do.
you
I know
really
you're in the
want
middle
that-
of shit.
You really want that evil?
I do. It actually sounds better. Like you should hear
What's it doing?
Like,
How did we fix that last time?
Unplugged it, plugged it back up.
No.
No, you
we
reselected
went-
it.
Yeah, you reselected the.
Reselected the
headsets.
headsets in that.
No, they're just the headset. The out.
The outputs.
Yeah. Just reselect the headset on the output.
Whatever your headsets are on the outputs up at the top. The
Up top.
A1, A2, A3, A4,
Yep.
A5.
Right here?
No, up. Up the
there
drop
you
down
go.
menus for those. Yes. There you go.
So, Dixie said that she saw a portion of a podcast where they said 30 or 29 was still a virgin. That I have a hard time believing.
Yeah, I kind of. Also, I don't know if you've seen some of the libs of TikTok.
That is true.
I kind of believe it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm glad that one video was fake.
Oh my god.
Oh god, yes, same.
Oof. I got a little nervous.
I did too. I didn't have time to look into it, but I'm glad that you did.
But I just thought that was
I
interesting.
was
how-
watching it and I was like, this guy looks familiar.
I just thought it was interesting.
And then I just so
how,
happened to remember and I looked it up and it was like the first video and I was like, oh, thank God.
You know, we still try to
Sending
put
you
it out
something
there
for
like,
later.
oh, we're filling up the world with people. We should be ashamed. But yet, it's literally all the Western countries that aren't. But yet, we're the ones that are shamed for it. Why? Why is that?
Well, that's the thing.
Don't
Like,
have volume on for that.
Just like all the Western countries are the ones that are cutting the most emissions.
I'll look at it later.
it's not enough, man. We gotta pay. We gotta do our fair share.
Just stupid.
Your fair share, Joe.
Stupid. I'm sticking to my 2-cycle engines, baby.
I'm sticking to my gasoline. Like, I will not be shamed into buying an
No.
electric vehicle.
No.
Period. It does not.
Now,
suit
I do
my
want
needs.
one because I want one.
I would like to own a Tesla,
And,
yes, but
like, okay, so here's the way I am. I'm one of them people that, yeah, you should take care of the planet just because you should. It's just the right thing to do.
well, yeah, because it's the planet.
Yeah, it's your home. It's the right. It's like
But
you're not going to just throw
you know
trash
what?
in the middle of your house.
You know what? Spoiler alert. This planet will not be here forever.
Right.
It is going to get destroyed by the sun. No matter what we do, because our sun will turn into a red giant. It will expand in a couple billion years to a size that encompasses the orbit of the Earth. This is not going to end well.
It is to science.
I thought ours was the one that turned into just like that white dwarf.
After it expands into a red giant.
I didn't think ours did that. I thought.
It's
I remember some stars do that. I didn't think ours was that one though.
They don't explode. Ours doesn't explode. Like a sun type star.
Yeah.
They don't go supernova. They just expand. Like it's hard to explain.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, ours don't turn to the red giant. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So it will turn into a red giant. And then a red supergiant. And then it will turn into a white dwarf.
So that means Jupiter and Saturn will officially turn into the habitable zone.
No, they'll still be too far away.
No, that's what it says right here.
Unfortunately, it won't matter.
Because eventually it'll shrink back.
Well, yeah.
And
After it
everything that's
engulfs,
habitable will be dead.
you know, everything else. Like Mercury
says,
would be in the habitable zone at that point, but guess what? Mercury would be gone.
Mercury wouldn't be there because when it got big, it'll disintegrate.
Just
I've got actually a solar destruction game on my phone.
Yeah,
You can
it
make the sun
will-
massive, and then it kills everything, and then it
So-
shrinks back down.
our sun, it will stay in the stable section of its life cycle for the next 4.5 to 5.5 billion years. So,
The grand
I
scheme
mean,
of things is tiny.
I don't think it'll ever happen from a religious standpoint. But
well, religion has nothing to do with this.
I'm
Well,
saying,
actually, to that note,
I think the universe will end before we see that day. Is what I'm saying.
to the note of
And if you want to get into some philosophy,
your
we don't have
religion-
time for that.
No, we don't.
just a little clips thing. Like I said, my religious views here, there, whatever. If you read through and believe in here and there, whatever, says the Earth was basically destroyed. Human race, the Earth, whatever, was destroyed by a flood. It will not happen again that way.
Right.
It is prophesized or however expected to be destroyed by fire.
Right. Yeah, I thought about that. Yeah.
Sun expands. Earth is destroyed by fire.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. I feel like we need a funny.
Dixie has, if anyone's been planting a garden, I'm about to plant two gardens.
I have a 1 acre garden at the house.
I don't have
Actually,
a
I think
place
it's
to plant a
It's
garden.
a 2 acre garden.
Justin's got a 4x8 concrete pad.
Pretty much. Yep,
With about 6 inches of grass on the outside of it.
That's about it. Well, no, that's a good bit of grass.
He
out
walks
there.
out and touches the two blades and goes, yes.
About 6 inches, right?
Well, still bigger than Joe's foreskin would have been.
I knew it.
Oh, shit.
Burn! Well, I would hope that nobody had 6 inches of foreskin.
Disgraceful.
'Cause that's a lot of foreskin.
Well, I mean,
You can't have 6 inches of
That's
foreskin
that
if you
one
have
guy.
6
I'm
inches
sure
of
he'll
dick.
know how long the longest foreskin is.
Pretty
know a lot
big.
about it.
Pretty big foreskin.
We're gonna
Completely inflated with air.
We're gonna like see like we're like find him on the news one day where he's like been storing away like foreskins. Like,
What the fuck?
Did you not see that in the message the other day? He'll go to like hospitals and steal the foreskins so that way he can try to sew them back. So that way he can try to sew them back on to people that need more foreskins.
First off, I have the perfect funny.
All right. We'll send it to Discord and then do the thing. Do you have the picture up on the thing so you can do the thing?
No.
Son of a bitch. Have you... You saw the picture. We sent Liberty Chat, didn't you?
I mean, you gotta be a little more specific than that.
That's fair. That's fair.
See you later, Dixie.
There you
That was
go.
Liberty Chat.
There's the funny.
I didn't see that.
That's actually... Did you... Was that picture pulled from my birthday at Los Arcos?
Yes.
Oh, man. This is a solid goodie.
It's an oldie, but it's a
Yes,
good.
it is.
Oldie
Yes,
but a goldie?
it is.
Lonnie, watch your coat. It's pulling on my cord.
Maybe what
Yo,
should
what you
be
calling
there?
this damn cop? Yo, damn.
Shit. Amazing what you fucking find. What's up, girl? You feel good. Oh, shit, you look good. Shit. What's up with the number? That's what I'm saying. Oh, fuck you too then. Fuck is this? Yo, who the fuck is this little nigga by my daughter? What up, man? Yo, Keisha, get your ass over here. Real talk. I don't play that bullshit. Fuck is wrong with you? Who is this little ass nigga?
Some friend of me.
Real. I told you about talking to strangers. I'll fuck his little ass up.
Hey, dog, you need to chill out with that
damn
shit,
it.
man. Real
Hey,
talk.
bring your ass on. Matter of fact. The fuck? Oh yeah, let's go. Hey, why the fuck is this nigga following us? Real talk.
Man.
About to beat the. Why the fuck? You always bringing damn strangers and shit. What the fuck is that over there?
Yo, Shawty got a nice
Yo,
ass.
real talk. I keep hearing that shit. Why are you laying down for?
Damn, she fine.
What? Fuck you just say to me?
I ain't say nothing, dog.
Fuck you just say to me, dog?
Hey,
Hey,
chill,
don't
chill,
run, bitch.
chill.
Fuck wrong with you, nigga. Fuck ass, little punk ass bitch. I'm the fucking shit, nigga. I'll beat the fuck out you. Fuck game, nigga. Fuck game, bitch. Fuck game, nigga. Pop, here, bitch. 12, nigga. 12. Yeah, I showed that motherfucker a little thing or two. Yo. See what happens with it? What the fuck you want?
Hey, dog, real talk, man. I don't like how you come in fucking my hood and shit,
Hey,
dog.
real talk. Back up, homie.
Hey, dog, I'll beat your
Hey,
ass.
back the fuck
hey,
up.
Hey, dog. Hey,
Beat the fuck
real
out
talk.
your ass.
Fuck you,
The
nigga.
fuck? Hey, nigga, bitch. Hey, I'm the shit. Fucking pussy.
Oh, that's great.
If we're doing like those kind of videos, I got a video.
Hell yeah,
for
we
it.
got time for another one.
We got Tom. Barely, but we got Tom.
We always got time.
Pop, kill!
Why I drink mushrooms every morning.
You drink mushrooms every morning? That's weird. Last I checked, mushrooms are
A nice stick. I like sticks. Pick.
Let me smash. Please.
No, Ron. Go find Becky.
You want some fuck?
No, Ron. I don't want some
I
fun.
got your blue. Hey girl. You want some tail? Flint.
Ron, your tail is small.
What? Swiggity swooty. You want yellow. She doesn't want yellow. Blue and yellow. No.
Ron, I'm leaving.
What? No. Wait, let me smash. What does my life come to? Becky thought my tail was big. Becky used a let me smash, but Becky is smashing Ben. Ben is a hoe. Fuck this next. Fuck that. I need you, Becky. Becky, let me smash. I'ma get that bitch a stick. Bitches love sticks. Long stick. Need stick, got stick, Becky. I got stick, let me smash.
So there's 3 of those videos, by the way. Then it just keeps going.
First one, okay, so last one, and then we're done. Spiders on drugs. Oldies but goodies tonight.
The oldies but goldies.
So let's continue this with Alan next week.
We need to do Fenton one time too.
The wood spider is the most accomplished of all web-building species. Recently, scientists gave these tiny creatures a variety of psychoactive drugs to observe their effects on web building. When given a minute dose of LSD, the spider's web took on an unfamiliar, minimalist structure. When given caffeine, the web structure was not affected, but the spider's behavior was.
Oh, come on.
Given THC, the active ingredient in marijuana, the spider didn't build a web. It built a hammock, where it lay all day and watched the caffeine spider go. When given alcohol, the spider built a web found a mate, and raised over 100 young. But the mate got a restraining order, and now the spider can't go within 100 centimeters of the web. The crack cocaine spider figured building webs was for suckers. Waited till the caffeine spider was exhausted, then came up behind it and popped a cap in its ass. Nice web, Mr. Crack Spider. When winter came, the marijuana spider had no place to live. It ended up in the crack web as the crack spider's bitch. For more information on the crack spider's bitch, contact the Canadian Wildlife Service in Ottawa.
What the hell?
Well, it was I think it was a decent show tonight. I don't think it was our greatest work, obviously.
Because it wasn't here the whole time. That's why.
No, it was just fun without
Our
you
ratings
here.
went down after you got here.
Yeah.
I shared it more after I got here and on the way here.
Yeah, well, you know,
Actually, that's not true. I shared it when I chimed in,
maybe it's not all about you, Cody.
and that's when Chelsea, I know, chimed in. Was right after I shared it. So I at least got y'all one for a second.
You know, it's fun. So the thing is, like, we know that this show's not for everybody. And that's fine.
It's because everybody else is wrong.
Nobody has to watch the show. But
I mean,
also,
it's kind of like it's not
if-
about my foreskin. I mean,
If you don't like the show, well, then you suck.
They need to have.
On foreskin.
They need to have
Big
a
foreskins.
hairdo, like you know, you got the Kentucky waterfall, the Alabama foreskin.
Oh
No.
God, no.
No.
Fuck you.
No.
Go away.
Joe, go home.
look, Joe, do you see this poll? 75% said no.
Alabama foreskin.
No.
So, in fairness, so I just want to say something. When y'all were saying, so I voted in Joe's poll, and then somebody, I think Joe said, does anybody enjoy Justin's profanity? That was my random comment of yes. Like, as soon as it came across on the chat, I was like, fuck driving. I gotta fucking respond to this shit.
Well,
So you
you know-
voted no on my whole thing.
Yes.
I voted yes. Either you vote.
No, I couldn't vote.
I did. I voted no.
So only one actual person voted no.
Yeah.
That's more than you can say for your yes.
Yeah. Because no actual person voted yes.
It's a astounding number of.
Because,
Wow.
as we've said before, communists aren't people.
What does that have to
And
do with
therefore,
anything?
it is not a sin to throw them from helicopters.
Yes.
Commie Toss 2020. 2.
Yeah, we're off by 2
my
years.
Yep,
God.
shut up. Shut your mouth.
Oh man, the helicopter thing made me think of the thing.
What thing?
It's an old TikTok. It popped up. And my
You know the thing.
Yeah, that one. It's a video clip like GTA or whatever. And the guy was talking. It's like, you know the guy's name you shout when you throw something in the trash can and you make it, expecting the guy to say Kobe, and he's like John Wilkes Booth. He's like, yeah, wait, no,
No!
Why the
No!
fuck would you say John Wilkes Booth? Because he made every shot he ever took. It's like, what? I don't even know who the fuck you are anymore.
That's pretty
Helicopter
bad.
Kobe.
Yes.
He looked like he didn't get it, so I had to like.
Oh no, I got it. I was just kind of like having to process
See,
it.
but here's the thing. That's the way that we all are when you're talking about aliens
That's
and
true.
Bigfoot. Because
Hey,
we want...
you just gotta get on my level.
No, listen. So
Make it on my level.
So here's the thing. When we're talking conspiracy theories, we want real, consequential conspiracy theories. Like the Mandela effect. Or simulation theory. Or...
Is the Eye of Africa Atlantis?
What?
You're talking about the Rishad structure.
Part of that, yeah.
No, it's not.
But that's a real conspiracy theory.
How did the Egyptians?
But see,
make the
some see in
pyramids?
conspiracy world, we like to separate conspiracies. There's some conspiracies that are just stupid, and we ignore those.
Like aliens, and you don't.
No, aliens
Listen,
aren't.
I would get on your level. I actually have been on your level, Joe, and then I turned 12.
Apply cold water to burned area.
I didn't believe in aliens when I was 12, but okay.
That's not that wasn't the point.
You're not helping yourself.
No, because you're not burning me. That's why. Like
It was actually kind of a massive burn.
not
it
really.
was though.
No.
Lonnie,
It was.
it was. See,
No.
3 against 1. It was a burn.
Although they're already dead. Everybody's asleep now. They don't care. We'll start that poll.
It's
next
whatever.
Saturday.
Yeah, we'll start that poll next Saturday. Are aliens a conspiracy theory?
Well, they're not real, but they're not real. So what is that?
I'm pretty sure aliens are real.
But you don't know that.
Nobody knows that.
Exactly. Do you know that people are sacrificing children in Bohemian Grove?
Hold on.
I'm fairly certain that they are.
But you do not know that.
I can make a comparison here, Joe, that makes that statement have a lot more validity to it.
Go for it. Do it.
So, you said no one knows that, right?
Right.
But also, have you ever heard of the whole thing where if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound?
Yeah.
Tree sees hunter in camouflage. I mean, shit, I fail.
No, I mean, to that statement.
Does a tree make a sound in the woods when it falls? Nobody's there to hear it?
If there's no one around and a tree falls in the woods, does it make a
Hey,
sound?
listen.
Yes.
But does
How
it?
do you know?
Is a husband still wrong if his wife isn't around to hear it?
That answer is still yes.
Yeah.
That's not a conspiracy. That's a proven fact.
Fair.
Like, there's like 3,000 fucking theories and factual statements and a full, like, task force for
Here's
the
another
government.
one. Have you ever seen your neighbor bring in their groceries?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, actually,
Yeah.
I have.
On a day-to-day basis.
Yep.
The only neighbor I've seen bring in their groceries is that neighbor across the street.
Well, you know, the rest are just
They're part of the simulation.
NPCs.
No, it's okay. You want some conspiracy? I'm gonna throw down real quick right now. Here's my thing. I think some of us are part of the simulation, and those are the people that kind of like idly stand by. They don't get involved in anything.
You mean you think some of us are programs in the simulation?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I wouldn't really call it a program.
Spoiler alert, in simulation theory, we're all programs.
But there's some that are self-aware. You see what I'm saying? No, this is not the simulation theory. This is Joe's simulation theory.
Well, Joe's simulation theory is stupid.
Just, you haven't even listened to it. Shut up for a minute. So, like the people that you never see do anything. You never see them post. Like, they have a Facebook. They don't ever post shit on it. They have an Instagram. Don't ever post shit on that.
He literally just described me.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you never see them do
Any of
anything.
my business pages.
Like I said, you see them like go into their house. You never see groceries go into the house.
Joe, I mean, I only see you when I'm here. I don't see you throughout the week. I don't know what you do. You could be one of those programs.
No.
And I'd never know it.
No.
Bigfoot is a program.
No, because we're all talking about it, so we can't be part of the program.
That's what part of the program would say.
It's like the Roko's basilisk.
No, but that is what part of the program would say.
Yeah, but did we discover that
Joe's
whole
an
thing was
agent.
just a thought?
He's an agent.
It's a thought.
Shoot him in
That
the
was a
face.
thought experiment, but that can still be a conspiracy theory because if it's a thought experiment, then it has potential to be reality.
He's upgraded his threats.
Anyway, so I vote that next week we do some real conspiracy work.
I mean, we're kind of running out, man.
Look, Joe.
Like
No,
nobody
we're
wants.
not.
No, listen.
I can help
Nobody
you.
wants to hear about 9/11. Nobody wants to
That
really.
one's played out.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear about the New World Order. That's played out. I mean,
bro, there's so many conspiracies out there that we haven't even began to talk about.
I'm talking about the good ones. Not the boring
you did
ones.
That. You added me to that conspiracy Discord.
It's not a conspiracy. It's kind of like mainly.
I mean, we could talk about what is that
more
place
is
in
bullshit
like
conspiracy.
South
They do
America
have some solid things I've seen
where
a couple
like
times.
they say that not
I
even
didn't
modern
know that.
technology can create measurements that close,
Some
but
of
yet
it's
it was
kinda like
created
ants,
back in
some
like
of it's
ancient
like
times.
Pretty good.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like there were like big blocks that.
You mean like all the megalithic structures that are super precise?
Yeah.
Yeah. Aliens, man.
Exactly. But see, it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, but it's a conspiracy that aliens gave us technology to build these structures, not aliens.
Those are fun conspiracies.
Yeah, but you don't talk about the fun conspiracies. You just talk about aliens in general.
That is my look. That's my what do you call it? Stock stuff.
No.
Like, when I-
Literally, Joe's conspiracy corner is top of the computer.
Yeah, that's basically what Joe's Conspiracy Corner has turned into.
So, UFO sightings in...
Because there's my stock stuff, because I have nothing new.
Yeah, because you're not actively trying to do Joe's Conspiracy Corner. You got to put some effort into it, buddy.
Look, man, it's okay. If you say you're not putting in the effort, we're not blaming you. We're just saying do better.
It's fine. We're
We
going to
know
take
you got
Joe's
stuff
conspiracy
going on.
corner and make it Lonnie's conspiracy corner.
Or Justin's Conspiracy Corner, because I fucking know all the conspiracies.
I stay on pretty hot and heavy, too.
Or you could do this. If you don't want to have the time to find one, at least, that you want to talk about,
We'll find one for you.
ask one of us, and then we can say, here, what about this one? And then you go from there.
Yeah.
I
mean,
this.
we've given you topics before, and you did zero research.
That's true. The only one that you did do research on was the Mandela effect, and that's only because I stayed my ass on your couch and made you fucking research it on your
No,
TV.
the one I did the most research on was simulation theory.
And then, like, back ago, you looked up the Marconi scientist and said that you didn't see anything about that was a conspiracy theory, which you didn't even scratch the surface of what that was all about.
Yeah. That was a big one, actually. But, it's whatever.
He said, yeah, I don't really see anything that's weird about this. What? No, there's a lot to that one that's very
See,
weird.
but that's what a part of the simulation would say.
And you see, I have another one here for you that you haven't used that is a very run-of-the-mill conspiracy theory, sir. You're always aliens or Bigfoot or aliens. Did we say Bigfoot already?
Yeah.
Alright. Joe, how have you not? Oh my God, that's a funny. We got to do that next.
Will you get to the damn point?
Yeah, get to the point.
Chupacabra.
Oh, fuck yes. We need to talk about Chupacabra.
No, and shapeshifters,
What's
which
that
kind of goes
Mexican-
in with Chupacabra.
What's that Mexican lizard thing that eats all the goats? That'd be the Chupacabra, sir. Oh, yes.
so
Chupa
next week-
thingy. Why don't we
no.
call it
See,
that?
I like the more obscure conspiracy theories.
Next week, Chupacabra, and
You
what are
better
they?
fucking be prepared. I swear to
Shut
God,
up
Joe.
for a minute.
I'll kick you in the dick
Like,
so much.
Chupacabra, and what are they called? They don't call them shapeshifters. Skinwalkers.
Yeah, Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
You're getting a size 12 to the dick.
From all of
If
us.
you're
Lonnie, what
not
size shoe do you
prepared.
wear?
9.
Get a size 12 from...
Well, you'll get a size 13 from me, size 12 from him, and a size 9.
That's
I
a lot.
will kick you in the dick
On camera.
if you're not prepared
For all the
for
viewers to
Chupacabra
see.
theory.
Is your light on or something? There's something glaring when you move your phone.
Just
Oh,
it's
it's
reflecting.
reflecting because it's shiny.
No,
Well,
have
it's
you-
freaking
have you-
11 o'clock.
Phone.
I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah, it is 11 o'clock.
Have you heard of the key lime review?
The what?
Key lime reviews?
No.
Key lime pie reviews? See, I like the obscure conspiracy theories.
See, yeah.
What's
Lonnie-
that about?
Lonnie,
No,
you're in charge
don't
of
do the
Conspiracy
topic.
Corner now. Joe, you've been demoted.
What is that about?
So basically, there's this key lime pie that is made by this restaurant, and for whatever reason, there has been the same person leaving reviews on this key lime pie from this restaurant for over a decade.
Oh, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Why is it just one person?
Well, that's what nobody knows. They don't know why.
Motherfucker. Alien. It's an alien.
You should look into it.
But that's not really like a conspiracy.
No,
that's
it
like
is,
changing
because-
the world, though.
Because, see, there's a lot of theories
Yes,
behind...
neither are alien UFO sightings, Joe.
Yes, those can. Those can change the world. That goes more. That's a conspiracy, I guess you'd say. I don't know if I consider it a conspiracy. I would consider that more
here's why it's a conspiracy. Because people have came up with different scenarios in which this makes sense. That's what constitutes a conspiracy. People come up with different reasonings for why this said thing has occurred.
Listen, I'm just going to put this out there. The world doesn't seem the same when Jen Psaki has COVID again for the second time in less than a year while triple vaxxed.
That's a conspiracy.
Or bad luck.
Anyway, I'm Justin.
I'm Joe.
I'm Lonnie.
And I came here late.
Tally ho, lads.